follow-up segment tonight. Some conservatives on the net have put together an exposition of President Obama espousing open debate on health care reform.
These negotiations will be on C-SPAN. And so the public will be part of the conversation.
All this will be done on C-SPAN, in front of the public.
We will work on this process publicly. It'll be on C-SPAN. It will be streaming over the net.
It'll be televised on C-SPAN. I can't guarantee it'll be exciting, so not everybody is going to be watching it.
But no C-SPAN. As you may know, Speaker of the House Nancy Pelosi, Senate Majority Leader Harry Reid have held secret, very secret, health care hearings. How could they? Here now, Fox News analyst Ellis Hennigan, and from Los Angeles radio talk show star Leslie Marshall. Both are liberal thinkers. All right, Leslie, what say you here?
Well, Bill, I think people are going to say you're rubbing off on me today. I elected this man. I like the idea of transparency. And I think that these should be held on C-SPAN because I believe that our representatives are our employees. We elected them via our vote. We pay them via our taxes, and we certainly, unless there's some kind of a national security breach, which healthcare reform certainly wouldn't touch upon, they should be on C-SPAN. I think not only because the president said it, but we need it.
Why is Reid and Pelosi, why are Reid and Pelosi hiding? Why, in your opinion?
I really don't know. Maybe they're going to talk badly about some of the Republicans. I really don't know.
I don't think that's going to hide. They're happy to do that. Why do you think they're hiding? Why are they hiding?
Leslie's right. They're hiding because it's a lot easier to do stuff in private than it is to do it in public. But I love, Bill, these open government absolutisms that are spreading through the Republican Party, right? Where were these guys the last 8 years?
Wait, stop with that.
No, it's a fair question.
President Obama obviously was on record many, many times as saying he wants C-SPAN to broadcast this. Right. And then, now, we should point out, to be fair, President Obama cannot force Pelosi or Reid to do this. He doesn't have the power to do that. But it's embarrassing. It is flat out embarrassing, and you should be embarrassed. As a very liberal person, you should be humiliated and embarrassed.
It has nothing to do with liberal. I mean, I'm a journalist first, and I believe in government being open, and I call for it all the time.
So why isn't it being open?
Well, you know what? Because politicians like to hide. But why don't you join me? I'll call for opening this.
Yes.
And why don't you join me in opening the highway fund debate, the defense appropriation debate, all the other pork debates? You know what? Let's put cameras everywhere. Don't just pick the one that you want to mess with.
I'm not going to watch them, but I don't care if they're there or not.
No, but this is a hit, though, a little bit.
Ellis, isn't this an embarrassment to President Obama?
You know, in the world of embarrassments, it ain't that serious.
All right, but are you upset, Ellis? Personally upset? Are you upset? No, you don't seem to be upset.
You know, the war has upset me a little bit more, honestly.
Okay, the war. All right, now, Leslie, this is just, and I'm not being partisan here because I'm hard on the Republicans as well. This is just another in a long line of embarrassments for Nancy Pelosi and Harry Reid. Harry Reid may well lose in Nevada. He may well, and I believe, I'll go on record saying he will lose. And the Democrats are in terrible, terrible shape in January and, 8 more months until we vote in November. But they're in terrible shape. This cannot help the Democratic Party, can it? Leslie?
I don't know that this necessarily will hurt the Democratic Party.
You don't think so? This is not just another example of saying one thing and doing another.
No, because what I think, honestly, Bill, is by the time the elections come around on both sides of the aisle, Americans forget. And because, like Ellis said, this isn't, a war.
I may remind them. See, that's what I'm here to do.
I'm sure you will.
But I'll remind them if the Republicans do something stupid, too. But see, I'm going to remind everybody about what has happened and what has transpired. Go ahead, Ellis.
But don't you understand, Bill? This is a political stunt, right?
Why are you looking at the camera?
The guys who
talk to me.
I'm talking right to you and to our friends out in America there as well, too.
Number one, they're not your friends. Number two, they don't want you looking at them.
You know what?
Talk to me.
All right, go ahead. Make your point. What do we get? TV? What do we need? TV lessons here now?
You need them.
Listen.
Make your point.
Here's the real. You know this is a political stunt. The only reason this complaint is being raised by Republicans is they want to mess up health care. These are people people who
But
just
I'm not a
spent-
Republican, and I don't want to mess up
But you
healthcare.
ought to be a little too smart than to carry
No, I
their
don't
water
want-
so naively.
No, I'm not naive.
So
I don't want the
naively.
President of the United States telling me 18 times
Okay.
that the health care is going to be,
Fine.
debate is going to be open, and then it isn't.
Fine. Hey, but join and embrace.
I'm upset about that.
But embrace the principle that
Embrace.
underlies this. Embrace this with me. Call for all this stuff to be open. Put cameras in
I
that
just
C
called
Street
for
house
it.
if you want.
I just
you know?
called for it. What do you want me to do?
Good.
Go
Let me-
door to door?
Let me
I
hear,
just called for it.
Let me hear the passion when we get to the defense budget. The
Okay.
same kind of passion.
I'll
my
work it
friend.
up, Ellis. You know, you just won't cede anything.
I said I
No,
just ceded.
No,
I'm for
you
open.
won't cede anything. This is embarrassing.
I'm out
This is
opening
embarrassing.
you. I'm getting more open than you.
Oh, yeah.
Come
All
on,
right,
sir. The water's warm.
Leslie, you know that it's embarrassing. You don't want to admit it. He probably doesn't even know
you
it's
know- you know-
embarrassing. That's how far out he is. All right? But you know,
Well, I
Leslie,
know, I
how
don't think
embarrassing
so.
this is. You do know. I know
But Bill, you
know.
yourself said this is more Pelosi and Reid. So is it more an embarrassment?
it's an embarrassment to the
Is it
Democratic
more
Party,
embarrassment
to
to the
the-
House and the Senate,
to the
or
Democratic
or to President
structure.
Barack Obama?
The people, when they vote in
I'm not
November,
sure
are
the
not
fat
going to
lady
make
has
that
sung on this,
determination.
Bill.
They're going to vote party. And I'm telling you, if this happens again, I mean, the Democrats are already wobbling. But I just think it's hugely embarrassing.
Let me see. C-SPAN doesn't carry too many votes. I think you can be calm.
Alice,
now.
next time you're on, if you don't look at me, I'm going to
I
slap
looked at you.
All right.
You're not that good looking.
I know. I mean, you have to
I'll
look
at
at me. That's
Leslie.
the rule.
Can I look at Leslie?
Everybody looks at Leslie.